This video is for educational purposes only. So, I just wanted to make another video speaking about a couple other things that I saw over the course of several nights. Like I said, I'm not going to be talking about every single experience that I have, but I did want to share one other, or I guess a couple others since they didn't happen over the course of the same night. So I have heard over the past couple of years, how those that have all the information put the truth out through television, through movies, break down the word television, tell live vision, you know, um, but they put the truth in these fictional films. I'm saying it like that because, I believed in dragons and mythical creatures when I was young, still held on to that growing up. I just stopped sharing it with people and kept hearing, how those things aren't real, or if they are real, you need to prove it, etc., etc. So hearing people like, let's say, Rashad Jabal or 777 Truth, I think it was Rio Kaya and Remedy H speak about, these other beings who exist within the cosmos, and those beings that we hear on Atlantis, such as dragons, prior to us falling in frequency. I've heard, how some of these birds are dragons just on a lower frequency, and then prior to us falling, there were many dragons that roamed the land. And so I just thought with that information, but I mean, this has been over a year of hearing that. I then ended up watching Raya and the Lost Dragon on Disney Plus within the past month. Definitely over this day of when I've been in hotels, which has been since July 27th. I watched that film, very cute film, highly recommend it. Speaking about, all of us being separated. We used to be one, we became separated, and then now moved to a time where we are going to unite again and be united as one people under the sun, and there being peace, balance, harmony, and love. This is why I keep stressing it in my poems. But I had an experience where I was in the astrals and I was in darkness, and then out of nowhere this dragon appeared in front of me, and I just did not think something like that, honestly, would happen to me prior to us being on a way higher frequency. But it happened. It didn't happen that night, but over the course of, I want to say maybe, I was going to say 2 weeks, but let's just say a month to be safe. But yeah, that's the drawing. And there's some like air clouds at the bottom, but this dragon was blue. As you can see, it had such a beautiful royal blue, and it was different shades from dark to mid to light and purple. It was a purple blue dragon, and this is just one depiction of how that specific dragon looked. I mentioned in the other video that I just posted of seeing, symbols relating to, I'm going to say Anunnaki language, Atlantean language, and ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. And here are some symbols that I would put in the category of ancient Egypt hieroglyphs. I'm not going to talk about each one. I'm just focused on this one, and it makes me think of the phoenix rising and this fire coming back into the goddesses and the gods. I also found it interesting that on this night, hearing about the blue flame, the kundalini, the blue flame, the blue energy, the blue serpent dragon, right? That is within us and within the planet that's rising. I saw, this blue and purple dragon. It was just a really cool experience, so I documented it. Alright, on the same wavelength as dragons, in a memory, I was riding on a green pterodactyl. If you've seen the film Avatar with the blue people, it was like how the Na'vi were riding on those bird creatures. And I just felt so free. And, you know, the animal wasn't being harmed. We were having this energetic way of communication and relationship. And it just felt oh so natural. So that's how another dragon looked like before we fell in frequency. There's a video on Remedy H's channel as well, speaking about how all these dragons were killed not too long ago. And they made the pictures look way older than before. And when I say they, I mean the oppressors. And they took out the dragons from some of these pictures to make us believe that they didn't exist and that instead dinosaurs existed. So you can go check out those videos on his channel. And then, you know, after watching maybe something from your childhood, like The Land Before Time or something, or, you know, in my case, wasn't my childhood, but new movie Raya and the Lost Dragon, you might see more of these dragons. Some memories may start unfolding in you. So be prepared for that, especially the hotter that it gets and the farther that we get along in this energy cycle. I watched a video talking about how, you know, the 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 vials of Yahweh's wrath is meant to be complete during the fall of 2024. Fall is from September to December. So just prepare yourself to start experiencing a lot more of an energetic shift during that time on the planet, in your body. Track it and take care of yourself. And if you start having more interesting dreams, I encourage you to either start writing them down or draw them. So there was also this beautiful tree of life in this experience, and it reminded me of the tree from Pocahontas, you know, the grandma tree. And, you know, she was alive. There was a face. And, you know, we were not only communicating with words, but with frequency and energy. And I was there with another goddess, and that definitely was a memory unfolding as well. And I did a little pink, and then I didn't color the rest, but yeah, she had some pink, like a rose color to her. And there was this beautiful vegetation around of leaves and plants and flowers. It was just beautiful. Seeing another eye symbol. I guess just pay attention to what's going on right now. But that's another example of how they tell the truth in the movies. You know, this is a kid's film, Pocahontas, but this is real. This is more real than anything that I was ever taught in school, pre-K all the way up through university. The trees talk, and these bushes that we were told are trees, because the real trees are these mountains that are tree stumps that are cut down trees of life. Those plants around us still communicate with us. You just have to communicate with them, speak to them. And then I saw a troll. If you've seen the film Troll, I haven't. I've seen scenes, but, you know, giants. I've spoken about the petrified giants. And one of these giants, I guess I came to them, they came to me. Point is, I saw a giant one of those nights. And I didn't feel threatened at all, you know. Balance is returning, things are coming back into place. So, again, don't be frightened if or when you start seeing more of these beings starting in the spiritual and then descending into the physical. Last thing I'm going to show, again, another dragon on a different night, and this was some type of rock formation, and this type of dragon looked like this. You know, I don't recall it having like claws, hands. It was more like I guess a water snake, but an air snake, you know? And I did not do justice to the face. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's what the dragon looked like. And then I am continuously seeing wings. Black wings. I'll talk about this in another video, but if you have not seen the film Maleficent 2, please go watch it. There is a lot of truth in that film. And I don't believe that is the reason why I've seen these wings, but I think it definitely amplified a little more of what was naturally going to unravel, regardless. All right. I think I'm going to end this video here and just say I want to send peace, courage, protection, and divine cosmic love to every single Atlantean and Anunnaki, goddess, god, who is on their journey of remembering their divinity and remembering who they are. Peace.